Let's answer the question, how do I discuss and present private money lending? So when you're discussing and presenting private money lending as an opportunity for someone to put their money to work for you within your real estate investing business, the how-to is better explained with a scenario. So imagine this. Imagine you were in a similar scenario that I was in when I first met my wife, when we were dating. I met up with her at a place called the Punch Bowl Social in downtown San Diego, where there were 50 of her friends and acquaintances from her church. And I've been a real estate investor for a long time. I was doing that then too. Picture yourself there. You've never met these people, and it's simply a social engagement. So I'm not going there with a networking hat on, right? Through normal conversations though, people are going to ask you what you do. And they did ask me, obviously. But instead of telling them, hey, I'm a real estate investor, which frankly, before I ever became one, I didn't even know what that meant. Or telling them, hey, I flip houses. Imagine for a moment if you changed your response to something like this. Well, I invest alongside friends and family to rebuild properties. Ultimately, our goal is to better communities, and we do it all while providing great returns for those who are investing alongside us. Put yourself in their shoes, the person you just shared that with. What intelligent questions would you have for someone that you just met that told you to invest with friends and family to rejuvenate communities locally and get them great returns? Feel free to drop some of those questions that you would have in the comment section below and share those with me. Also consider this, that when you ask or answer a question in that way, right, they may continue to ask follow-up questions because they're actually interested in finding out more about an opportunity that you have so they can put their money to work for them. Now, an alternative for a lot of people is what? As far as investments, it's the roller coaster of the stock market, or the slap in the face returns with CDs the bank is offering, or considering this cryptocurrencies that in order to make money, they either need to be super lucky or educated, right? And in that case, then they need to invest more time, possibly some money, and into their education. And they probably don't have that time, but in order to succeed in that, you need to understand how to do it properly to come out on top, unless, like I said, you're lucky. Now, you'll likely be able to gauge in any of these conversations pretty quickly whether or not the person you're speaking with is actually interested, right? If they are interested in learning more about what you do and they're looking for an opportunity, that's going to be kind of a different vibe versus someone who just likes speaking with you, but they're not really a good fit to lend at that time. What I'll do is I'll share some common responses that I get with people who are actually interested, as I simply talk to them and I get to know them. And of course, by get to know them, I mean establish a relationship with them so that according to the SEC, I have a pre-existing relationship with that person. So of course, with my friend now, I can solicit, because I'm not actually soliciting, I can bring up the private money lending opportunity, right? So some people, when I'm speaking to them, would respond with something like, oh, you mean you flip houses like on HGTV? It's a pretty common response. To which what I usually say is something like, well, that's only part of it. See, my involvement's more behind the scenes, where it all starts, creating lending opportunities to put someone else's money to work for them so they're getting a return on their investment. Since, as you already know, your money sitting in the bank is just continuing to lose value for you, right? Now, all of that's true, right? It's losing value day over day if it's just in a bank account. And of course, we could go through a whole lot more scenarios and cover a whole lot more specifics. And if you do have specific questions that you'd like me to address, please leave them in the comment section below and I'll address them, whether it's in the comments themselves or I create another video for it. The bottom line is that how to present opportunities for private money lending, it does go hand in hand with where you are. And we know that there are potential private money lenders nearly anywhere and everywhere. And the simplest answer to how to discuss and present that opportunity is talk about what you do. You can frame the language in a specific way that's going to be a little bit more enticing and will bring up, without actually bringing up an opportunity for lending, you can phrase it that way, right? Like we just covered. So instead of me saying I'm a real estate investor, I told them that I provide returns for people who invest alongside me with an ultimate goal, as we're redeveloping properties, to rebuild communities. And you can say it in so many words. So I'd encourage you to adopt that kind of into your conversations too, just that lingo. It's something that I also use in tandem with a networking tool that I call Roam Networking. That's ROAM. Smash that like button if you're finding this content valuable. Subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you can join our community here at Real Estate Investing Made Easy.